Alright, we are continuing on with some more Modulus. I think we're up to getting more yellow pigment. So we'll see how that goes. So I can do more of the yellow module challenges to get some more unlocks. No, we do have... Yeah. That's what we need more pigment. So I think this is where I'm making the pigment over here. So I'm going to see if I can refine some of this. Just space-wise. This makes blue pigment. Well, they are running at capacity. So could I put another building and suck resources? That's what I'm... Yeah, let's see what happens if I do that. But I do need, I think I do need to scale up more. But I reckon I could double. Well, we're going to add. I'm going to change some of this. Yeah, let's just do this. That to there. So I'm going to copy that. Oh, that's some big reach. So here, I reckon I get another one here. But instead, yeah, that's right. I was just looking at that for a sec going, oh, I think I just did the wrong thing, but no. So, well, that would actually, that'd be perfect right there. And I just need to get more of that there. Alright, so this rightio. And there's still this chain. Right, so I reckon we do this. So I'm going to move this down a bit. I think that's what we're going to do. I just don't want it linking. So if we do that. Right, that lets me get that to there. What's going on here? This is supposed to be solar. Oh yeah, I got rid of that. Yeah, that's right. I'm just waiting for it to feed in. Okay, so that needs an upgrade. Huh. It's got 4. Is there another one? No. Okay. So it's been upgraded. I'm just going to go auto upgrade on these. Oh, uh-oh, I've made a mistake. What have I done? I've joined a belt somewhere here. And what have I done here? This has slowed down greatly. Yeah, right. We're going to have to fix that, aren't we? Maybe I already had too many on that line. Ugh. This one, I reckon, so which one is it? It's that open face cut one. So I think, right, so my blue dye is now my bottleneck. I don't have enough. I remember what's going on here. We're going to do this. Now we'll get more dye. Yep, that's what was happening. Right, so we're just fixing a few things in the process. Oh, that's the painter in there. That one's catching up now. So now it's literally this one. Yeah, this one here. Which should be catching up now that I've fixed the dye issue. It looks like I have. Yeah, that's backed up there. And it's backing up here. But we are still running a bit slow, a bit slack, aren't we? We're going through upgrade phases too. Ah, and I made a mistake here. Just streamlining a few things here. This is running better now. So what are we doing? That's just doing one, two, three. I feel like I need to redo these production lines. Can't remember why I did such a small amount on this. But it doesn't seem to be slowing anything down. Obviously I am consuming a bit more because I am doing an upgrade. You right there, Randy? It's just about finished doing its final upgrade, I think. Two more and it'll be finished. Alright, how can I increase that output of this one? Yes, it's convoluted. So I'm sending 60, so that's 120. Am I sending 60 in? That's the question. I don't... Hold on. So I'm supposed to be sending in 240. That's just... You're supposed to be going there. That's 1 and 2, 3 and... Oh, not there actually. Yeah. That's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But that's only 120. And I'm making 2? That doesn't make sense. Right, so that's 120 and 120. So that's 60 coming into here. So then there's 120 coming out, 60 into here. So now the monotoner now runs at 60. We didn't have that before, so that's probably what is part of why I did it like this. Maybe I planned for an upgrade. But 30 can still only go to the printer. So either I need 2 printers here, 2 painters. All right, so that's what I want to try and fix right now. That's supposed to be that. So now okay, so now I want to take this . So what I want, that to go there. Just a bit short on some room, I reckon. Oh. So now that lets me. So I'm still short on room. Hold on, yeah, that could go to there. Where are we? Printer, ink. So I need to move. That's in. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Nearly got it. So I want. That to go like that. That to go like that. Now all I need is this split output here. I can get that to there, but I don't know how to get that to over there. It's a tough one. Let's do it like this. Just not far enough. That's got it. Alright, so canning all this, it's been a bit of a journey. I could change some more of this, but starting off with, we've got 60 coming out of here, turns into 120, 60 out of here, 30 goes into here, and 30 goes into here. So now we've got a 60 coming out of here, so there's 120 of those, 60 and 60, so that's 120 and 120. So then that 120 goes to here, 60 and 60. This 60, this 120 comes to here and does 60 and 60 to there. Alright, so out of here is 60, that's 120, 60 and 60, so 60 goes to there. Sorry, out of there is 120, 60 and 60, so 60 is 120 into here, and then that's 60 and 60, so now that's 60 and 60, so then that should be, this is the cutters, Where is that coming from? So that's the output of this one. So that was 120. And that's 60, because that's 120 split into 60. 60 is 120, so 60 and 60. And that is 60 and 60, so that comes out at 60. The stamper is now running at 60. And that's 60. That's 120 through here now. This is still 60. But that looks a lot more saturated. So I just need to redo that for all the others, because they look like they're more saturated now. Because it's all, yeah, I know the bottleneck now. This one's different, the way this one's done over here. So it's the painter here that I've got to double. And yeah, so, and I need then, right. So I think what I should really do is I need to move this down to here so I can shift that down. Right, so that is that there. I'm just trying to make sure by moving it down I'm getting the best bang for my buck. In reality, this one should go up to there, and this one will go down into here. And all I need to bring in is oil here, which that would make sense just to cut over here. And the other pigment, which is this one here, I think we'll just okay. So the whole point of that was so I reckon if I did, let's change this. So I'm going to copy this, do that there. I'm going to put that to there. And then that one would go there still. Oh, hold on. No. Yeah, that would be 4 that way. That one. 2, 3, 4. And I think I'm going to put this one to here. Alright, so the point of that is I can move this down now, some of this stuff. Just, why is that? Oh, I know why. That's supposed to be like that. Right. And the whole point of this is I can, so I want to double my, because that was going to there. This isn't where I double it, is it? No, it's the other section. I'm going to get rid of these for the moment. So that I'm going to bring the paint across this way here. Right. So now I could actually So that would go into there normally. Like that. And this feeds that. So if I did a right, so I've got, I'm going to grab and then so that's my double input. So there's 60 into here, and then that's all that way. So that's 60 into here, but I'm only getting, I'll get back to that. This is the input of that one. And that's also I could do that. Almost. I've got one thing to, oh, hold on. I'm going to get rid of this and this and this. This goes somewhere, I can't remember where. Where does this go? Yeah, I don't know. Is that a spare? Do I have a spare in this setup? So one goes into this pair and the other one goes, so that's the rod and a rod. That's a rod and that's a rod. Alright, we're going to do a big one. Ready? How far can you go back? Yeah, so that one went into there, and that one went into there. And that one went into where? Where did that one go into? Oh, that's the output. Alright, so my mistake here is let's go. That goes into there, that goes into there, that goes to there. That's to there. And that's to there. And then that's to there. My question is now, the blue painter. Do I need to double the blue painter? Because I am bringing in, I am sending 60 into it, but it only does 30. So let's say I'm only getting 30 into there, then I'm only making 60, 30 into there, I'm making 120. If I increase the painting, but I don't think I need to with, well, so I think could I double the painter? That's my question here right now. So this can go there. That could go there. That's the output there. So if that went to there, I need that. It's almost what I want, but not. We need to push forward one more, I think. Probably two. I haven't really made much room, but I have this will make sense in a minute. That can go to there. So now I think is that longer? It's just too long. It's too long. Ah, no, that's okay. If we did this, then I could do a this. We're almost there. Yeah, so this is terrible, to be honest. But this works. We'll double our output. What have I got wrong here? I'm bringing paint into the wrong spot. That's paint. That's supposed to be coming there. That's supposed to be paint. That's paint. Ah. Right, this has got to be split again. Right, this is... okay, this is where my mistake is. Oh yeah. It's just... There we go. It's just how I planned it, exactly. Right, let me check this out now. So that one and that one is making 60. So 60 cut and 60, that's 120. So cut in half, 60 goes here, 30 goes into there, and 30 goes into there. So now I have 60 coming into here, outputting 120, cut in half. Then I have 60. Then that breaks it into 240. Holy moly. So I break that into 120 and 120. And then into 60 and 60. And then that will be the same here. So hopefully this should start running at a better rate. Is it any improved? Everything I've done now, so this is keeping up now. Yeah, so this is what I did over here. Oh no, this is a different, oh my god. So 60 and 60, so this is coming out at 60 into 120, so 60 goes this way into 240, 120, so 60 and 60, hold on, 240, but that's alright because this is supposed to be 60, 120, so 60 into here, that makes 240. So 120 here and 120 there. So that's 60 and that's 60. So that should be getting 60. So this should be doing it at the right rate. This one's slow, feels like. So this is coming in 240, 120 and 120. So 60 and 60 and 60 and 60. So that should all be coming in at the right rate. Yeah. Because it's a 120 belt, it doesn't look right, but it is right. My god, that was a lot of faffing around. But this is now running at the proper rate. And this one here should be running at the proper rate as well. As long as the ink keeps up, which it looks like it is. How are we going? At the end of the day, this yellow pigment, is it producing more? I'm still waiting on. Yeah, we don't have excess. Yeah. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. I want to go back up here and I'm just having a look. So this production line is lacking. So let's find out. That's this one. So I think all of this needs just a little tweak. And it's going to start back here. Yeah, I'm only doing 30. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm only doing... Starting off here, I'm not doing a lot. So why don't I do... That's 4 going that way. Let's do this. Right, so that's 120 into there. And then I've got these two here. Okay, so now they've got a full load coming into here. So I'm back to the same, not dilemma, but I need to create more, and I'm using more ink. Yeah, right. So now I'm running low on blue pigment because I've increased what I'm using. Right. It's a cascading effect. Well, let me just try and understand all this. If I can make some improvements. What I really need is to be able to, I want to double the blue here. And that's where I'm a bit out of space, but I reckon I can move some of this around. Starting off with is that. And where does this go? Hold on. Oh no, that's the output I moved because I moved it across. And then this feeds into here to go over there. So this one here this is the output of this. And this hasn't entirely helped me yet, but I'm going to make some changes here to make it work. So I think this goes to there. So currently I'm still not giving, this could now go to here. Still trying to give myself a reason why I'm doing this. Like I know why I'm doing it, but I'm trying to move stuff around to move. And for instance, that could go like that. So if that's the case, that could now help with that. So if I could move these ones here, we're getting there. It's a very tight area. Like that goes to there, but it still doesn't help me too much. Doesn't help. How far can this go? That is the output. What's this one? That's the 2 bars. And that's 2 bars. And that's 2 and 2. That's the other side of that. Right. Yeah, that's right. I know what I'm doing, it's just this goes to this here, can go to there, that goes to there. So that actually helped, because now that could go to there. If only that could go, that could go. So that's helped. This is where it gets pretty tight. So the whole point of this is me wanting to get another so that goes into there. I'm trying to get another blue one in. Well, hold on, these could move. Well, one of them could move back, but well, actually, if that moved back to there, no, I need. Well, if it was like that. Tight space, eh? What have I got here? Painter could come to here. Don't think there's enough room here to do this. Yeah, how do I get my inputs into there? That's my problem now. But no, we have more problems coming up. Why don't I... If I could move these... Well, actually, this might start to... That's actually incoming from there. So I could actually... This... to there, and then that one would be to there. That's my ink. No, hold on. That's input. That's output. That's the output of that. So no, that one doesn't go there. So that one goes there like that. This half goes over to there, and the other half goes into there. So that's my last puzzle here is splitting this, so half goes to here. So I'm gonna say if I did this, so there's my two outputs. I still just not much room to do anything here. I've really got myself in a hole. I've almost got it. I've almost got it. I just need a fraction more space, and to be honest, that would be okay there. This is the output. I actually think this one was still on the right track with this one. But I reckon I've almost got it. Right. Now we're talking. So now I'm so close. So close. I'm just a smidgen too tight. I can do it. I know I can do it. It's just a head game right now. What if I moved that to there? That to there. Was to there. Oh, what about that output to there? I just need I just don't have the space to do. I think I know. I think I know. I got it. After so much fiddling, I got it. All right. And it looks like it's working at the right speed now. That was a lot of fiddling around. What I haven't done is, so on this one I've done the double. I haven't done the double on this one. And that's gonna be even harder. So I think that comes all the way around there. Man, there's not much room to do anything here. But I did make extra room. And it's not a lot. But it is extra room. Which means this can come all the way over here. I wonder. Can't change that really. But I can do this. Right, that's going to free up some space. And I reckon that one to there, that one to there. And to be honest, this could go all the way to there. I don't know what space I'm saving here, but I'm just trying to move things across. Actually, no, not that. That can actually go there. So actually, so now I'm trying to see if I can do a bit more with this. And I think we did that like that. So I need I'm just trying to see if I can make this work a bit better. how am I going to get... How am I going to get... So that could then be like that. So all I want now is I need to get an extra node into here. I've got the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 5. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, it's got more over here. Oh, that's actually interesting. Actually, that makes more sense to, yeah, to go that way. And then that could go to that way. And we would have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that's doubled my input. So now all I want to do is so I want to double these. So if I got rid of that, so now I just need to I've just got to split this. Can't do much there. We're pretty tight there. We're close. Well, hold on a sec. What's... with all that waste? So then... oops. No. I've made a few mistakes here. Oh no, no, that's right. It's just this. Yeah, that is actually supposed to be the... yeah, right. This... what's this? Gotta go back a bit. I'm a bit overwhelmed at the moment. Right, so I'm good up to the here. This... like that. And in all fairness... that can go there. That gives me a bit more space either side. So this, this is trying to split over here. And I was trying to move this across here. Alright, so if I get rid of that and that. So that can go there. That goes there. That goes into there. So that and that is there. That goes to there. And that to there. Right, so I've done that shift. So now we're close. I wish I could shift everything over by one more. Hold on. done it. That wasn't that hard. Right, there's going to be some... My God, that's a complex puzzle. Okay, everything's stacking up now. I think we're really... Things are starting to do what I want them to do. So we've doubled this one. We've doubled this one. We've doubled that one. So all that's left is that one there. And there would be another one here. And we've got a bit more space here. So that one there is, I don't have enough there. And this one here is the same, I don't have enough. So I do have my remaining what I need. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so yep. So what I might do here is that. Copy that, right? So now I can do that's a whole do 1, 2 like that. And then just get this, the little puzzle here. Why don't we do this? Well, actually, I didn't need to. I did actually need to do that. That's fall that way. Can I get that one more? Right, that's our doubled output. Oops. Oops. I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Which I'm going to shrink again. Right, that makes some more space. This that could still save me a smidgen of space. It does actually mean that I can move all that up one. Probably means I can move those ones up one. So this here
Delivery target complete. Rank up.
ooh. What do we do then? We must have done the rank target stuff. I don't know. Alright, so I think what I can do here is if I put that down here, right, then I can split it. Half goes into the blue up here, and the other half comes into this stuff. So what I'm going to do is let's do that for a sec. Okay, this is where I'm going to make some more room, right? There's a lot going on here. That goes into there. There is... I do actually need one more belt, don't I? actually don't need to be doing that there. So it could be possible that I could get so that there, that there. So the point of all that was that's what I need. I'm just about to move. The point of all this is to be able to get that to there, that to there, to be able to get, so I wanted to move this to move. So that's just oil from there to there. Can I move? Close. Yeah, so now, there we go. That lets me bring in that to there, and then I'm going to do one, two, three, four. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Right, okay, so these are coming in to here. Right, that to there. I did all that so I could move some stuff down here. And actually, this... Why would I do that there? Why wouldn't I do it like that? Right, so then that allows me to move a few things now. Right. Wow, it's made so much room now. So I'll make this as easy as possible. Well, this. Go to there. That. Like that. This is the output here, and that's the output there. So then I just need my inputs. No, hold on. I made one mistake here. That's the input. So that is my result out of this. Hold on, I haven't. Let's go back a sec. So the blue goes into there. Oh, there's only so much you can go back. So I think I know. Okay, so that comes in from there. That's getting a flat and a flat, and they're the two. So that's cutting. So I think I go like that. And then this. So I've got two outputs, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's that. That is here, I think. That's from half. That cuts them into half. That cuts them into smaller bits. Somewhere I've lost one. That's the smaller bits. I moved this one here. Yeah. All right. 60. So that's 60 into there. So for one reason or another, I think I deleted one of these. So this doesn't go there, that goes there. That goes there. I kind of feel like, well, I could move some of this across, but I've doubled this color. Yeah, so this is where I've made a mistake, haven't I? So what am I sending in here? I shouldn't be cutting it. That's okay. Yeah, right. Yep. That shouldn't be there. That should be there. Yeah. I feel like this is a bit convoluted. Yeah, but I can't. Alright, I'll be back in one sec. Right, so now that should go to there. And actually I can make it better. Because if I have that there, oops, then that can go to there. And then this come into there. Now I've made some room, I can shift some of this across if I need to. The last thing I need to do is this one here. Which, to be honest, isn't going to be a major drama. Because I can shift that's actually 2 there. And that's feeds into there. Right, so that's better. That means I can pretty much bring my blue operation down to here. Yeah, let's try this. Because actually I can bring the paint up to here, and then this can come up to here. That'll allow me to move this. Honestly, all the way down here. Right. That's going to make this much easier. So that's my output, so like that. My inputs. I'll be like that. And the other one is the ink. And that's that was the easiest one to do out of all of them. So now after doing all of that, I'm going to see. Right. Copy that. I need a blank bit of space just to get rid of that and that. I'm just wondering where I can add extra buildings. That's full, that's full. We're pretty... Could get another one there, and just depends where the stuff's coming from though. So now I've done all of this, I do want to get some more factories in. I reckon that I'm going to move everything down now, at least by 2. So everything here, so that's there, 1, 2. You know what? I'm just going to delete that for a sec. There's 1, so that's as best as I can fit that in there. That's to there. Oh no, hold on. What? What am I doing? No. No, hold on. I got a bit of a... Right, so that. Oh, I'm splitting and I'm splitting. Interesting. Where am I? So something's not right here. And it's this, yeah, I deleted, it's the paint not coming through, that's right. So now, kind of, just not enough room to put one there with the sulfur. I could probably fix that. Well, it would be fixed by running it this way. It's not sulfur, it's something else, but it's just what I call it. Hold on, and yeah, this here. What's going on? Did I break this? I think I did, yeah. Yeah. Yep, I contaminated the line, that's right. Okay, so I think what I can do is there's some cool tricks you can do in this. The way you can manipulate how belts and objects come in. So I think what I want to do right here is, let's put this here for a second. I'm going to move all of this. This is my sulfur that I was looking at. No, so I think what I wanted to do was hold on, I just need to have a look. That was there. We should be able to move this, this, this. If I can do this properly, there we go. Right. All right. That. So now I'm going to run that to there. I'll put a splitter there actually. It's funny because I'm bringing this across here and then back and then anyway. That only needs to go to there. Right. So this, I don't need that. And that's the output of this. So actually, still don't have enough room because I moved some stuff. Still, something's still broken with what I did here. What's not hooked up? Comes into here. Screwed something up. It's here. Yeah, it's this. So I just want to be able to I could move this all across by one. that was connecting to there. This I can't move, but I can. Oh, there's a few things here I can move. Hold on that. What am I doing? And this was the output of this. Oh, this is the input of this one. I've definitely not made this too difficult. So I think by doing all of that, I might have made it. Hold on. No. So that was going to there. This is the sulfur. Not sulfur, whatever. Sulfite, whatever it is. Oh, right. So now, oh, that was a lot of work. That's a module. I'm going to take off that one. I'm going to steal this one. And that one, I think. Right, this needs a... that does 4. That one. Right, we've had 2 more buildings. There's still this stuff here that... That would be good, but I can't get the... I'm going to get rid of this here. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit in another one here. I thought I might have been able to squeeze another one in, but no. You can get another one up here. But we're really going to be sucking all of our resources. Like I don't... Now how am I going to get the sulfur? I suppose I could always somehow split and join stuff up. Right, so our yellow pigment is good. Now it's luminol I need to crank up. Yeah, it looks like we are pretty good on the yellow pigment. Alright, well that's good to know. All those changes have been somewhat beneficial. Where was it? I can't remember where it was. Yeah, we've pretty much, well, done a lot on this map. And now we're starting to back up a little bit. So that means they're all upgrades, so I'm just going to let them go. Our next task will be more of the yellow. That's Lumite reactors. Which are cranked to the max. But also, we need more blue pigment. Do we? Do we have painters here? We do. Yeah. So I need more blue pigment coming into here. And also okay, so the lack of blue pigment will be hampering some of this. Oh, Randy, stop barking. It's stuff you can't do anything about. It says it's doing it at 7.5 minutes, so yeah. But I still need, more. I still need to be making more Lumite. Oh, Randy. Oh, it's someone to bark at. So there's some of that there. And there's some of it, there's none, there's some there, right? So we could build out on these two islands. These are big flat islands too. But it does mean I need to I may be able to refactor some of this now. I think I did. I'll inspect it when I do it next. But if I'm going to do this again, that means I'm going to need to crank up my blue again. My blue pigment to be able to build everything. I've got more here. This island's got a bit of everything actually. But yeah, we do need to make more luminol to make all this happen. Yeah. Because it's being used right now to do all the well, I've done all these challenges here, but I am up to these challenges which need blue again, yellow. Oh, we need to be making more yellow. That's just waiting to go on to another one. I'll think about it. I'll be back in a sec. I think we can wrap it up there, and yeah, these are the new ones. That needs yellow as well, so I just need to crank up the yellow next. And I'll probably do it. What islands do we have up here? Got a few islands over here. These might be... Yeah, I've got 3 points, so I reckon... They've all got to be unlocked. This island has... It's got a depot in the middle. It's got a bit of everything, but it doesn't have a lot of... got that, we can steal that to there, and then this one. Yeah, okay. I reckon this is where we'll do it. Because what have I got over here? This is... I don't know what this is. This is blue. No, this is input. This is... What is this creating? Pigment, yeah. Yeah, so there's not much in there. There's supposed to be more. Is this running optimally? No. So maybe this is where I need to focus next to make sure. Because it's these. Yeah, we'll leave it here. So I know that's where we continue from. Because there's not a lot coming in. There's one production line that's not optimal. So if it's not... What are we outputting? About 10 per minute. And then over here... Oh, hold on. I've got a lot here. Is this going anywhere? It is. It's not going far. Freighter James is going to incoming 3. I'd like to know how to go to get to incoming 3. You know, like... It's my freighters. I don't want the freighter map, I want the dock map. Well, if I need more blue, where is it supposed to be going? I needed more blue over... Well, I needed more blue over here, didn't I? Where was it? Yeah. Outgoing 5 to incoming 4. Number 3. Number 3. More freighters in the tech tree. Is that going to cost me points I don't have? More freighters, more freighters. Here we are. More freighters. I can afford that. And I can afford that when I get to 18. Okay. Okay, so from outgoing 5, load to incoming 4. Well, if that's the case, if I've got a lot stored up, then we might take that to the other location as well. We'll see how that goes anyway, because that's a pretty short distance, so I'll leave it here. No, I'm going to not leave it here. I'm going to go over to this other one that didn't look healthy. Where was it? This one. Alright, this is where we're going to take off from the next episode. And was it... Yeah, because this was... Yeah. We need to upgrade these. Alright, we'll come back here in the next episode. Rightio, we did a lot of refactoring today. We were working on the blue pigment factories. Well, no, we're optimizing the yellow pigment areas to reflect the new speed, some of the better speeds I now have, and that's what Randy thinks. You can hear him coming in. Once we did all that yellow optimizing, we looked at some other areas and to look at the luminol, because we need more luminol, and it was clear that I wasn't getting enough blue pigment coming in. So I actually realized that one of my blue pigment areas was overloaded and not sending enough, so we sent that to the correct spot. And then I did notice another blue pigment area we might have another look at and see if we can improve. We'll do that in the next episode, and then that'll help us focus on making sure we've got enough luminol so we can work on the next upgrades and buildings and go from there. But yeah, it's a interesting game. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.